Hello Sudoku friends, welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is March the 25th, 2023. I can see a couple of nines blocking down and therefore a 9 must go here. This 2 is blocking over here and this 2 is blocking down here, so a 2 must go here or here and therefore here or here. 1, 3 and 6 for these three squares. There's a 6 and a 3 blocking this square, therefore this must be a 1. The 1 blocks up, this 1 blocks up, this 1 blocks over, so a 1 goes here. This 8 blocks across, therefore an 8 is forced into this square. 3 and 7 for these two squares, the 3 blocks down, making this a 7 and this a 3. This 3 blocks up, this blocks down, this blocks across, therefore a 3 goes here. This 9 blocks across, and this 9 blocks up. So a 9 must go either here or here. And that means that a 9 for this row 5 must go either here or here. And now I'm looking for a 9 for column 4. It cannot go here because of the 9. It cannot go here because of the 9. And it cannot go here because it must go either here or here. It also cannot go here because of this 9. So the only available square for a 9 in this column is here. One of these squares must be a 5 because this 5 blocks this square and this 5 blocks this square. And a 1 must go either here or here. What about the 3's? I can't say much about the 3's except that they must go either here or here. I'm just now noticing that the 2 blocks up here and the 2 blocks across here, so this is a 2. So I can see now that a 4 must go either here or here. I'm interested now in the pairing of the 1 and the 4 and a possible 4 and a 1 here. They give me a 4 and a 1 for these two squares, making these three squares a 3, 6 and an 8. And there is a 6 and an 8 in this column, so a 3 is forced into this square here. And these are now a 6 and an 8, and an 8 blocks up here, making this a 6 and this an 8. 5, 7, 9 now for these squares here, and those I can't place yet. But since a 1 and a 4 can't go here, and a 1 and a 4 also are blocked from going here, these three squares only can take a 1 and a 4. It's getting a little tougher to find the next number here. I'm noticing the 2, 8 blocking across, and we have a 2, 8 blocking down, so these are 2, 8 pairs. Can I do something with that? That would make this a 6, 7 and this a 6, 7, right? It also would make one of these a 7. 7 blocking up here, 7 across. Oh, so I see. So we have a 2, 7 pair here, don't we? So maybe I should look at more squares here. If these are 2 7s, I'm still looking for a 9 somewhere. Look at that. 9 going up, 9 going over, so one of these is a 9. I'm also looking for a 3. This cannot be a 3 because it's got 2 or 7, and the 3 is blocking over, and this 3 is blocking over, so a 3 must go here, if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not, because I would hate to start over. Now these are 1 and 5. There's a 5 in the rows, so the 1 must go here and the 5 here. 2, 7, 1 and a 9, and the 1 blocks down, so this must be a 1 and this must be a 9. So 2, 7, still to be found a 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 3, 4, 6 here, so this must be a 5. And therefore a 5 must go in this square. Things are shaping up, I think. 2, 7 forces me to find for these three squares a 3, 4, and a 6. 3, 4, and a 6. 3 and a 6 in the row, so a 4 must go here. This is now a 3, 6. What can we do with that? What are these two squares now? They must be a 1 and a 2. The 2 blocks down, so this is a 1 and this is a 2. We got two 2's blocking up now, and we got a couple of 2's blocking across, putting a 2 in this cell here. These are still a 1, 4, but now that we have found this 1, we can enter a 4 here and a 1 here. And that gives us this one for block 6. So are we running empty now?
We're running on fumes!
One of these must be a 6, because these two squares are blocked by 6's. The 7s have been a problem all throughout this game, I think, because there aren't many. I know that a 7 must go here or here, but that's the extent. But a 2, 3, and a 6 here, and we got a 3 and a 6 in the column. So how stupid can one be allowed to be?
Feels so stupid.
A 2, of course, must go here. This is a 3 and a 6. Finding this 1 was good because the 9 that blocks over here and the 9 that blocks up here gives me this 9. Now, all of these 4 squares are candidates for 9s. I'm still looking at a 6 for one of these 2 squares. And we got a 6 here. So I know that a 6 will have to go up here somewhere, but all 3 squares could possibly be a 6. 7 and 9. I don't know why I didn't notice it earlier, but the 5 blocks up here and the 5 blocks down here, the 5 blocks over here. So this is definitely a 5, and that means that this must be a 6.
You finally noticed.
And since these are 2 and 8, that would put a 7 up here, I think, and a 7 therefore must go here and a 9, here and a 9 here, because we analyzed that already. So 2 and 8 here, 4 and a 7 here, and the 7 blocks up here, so the 4 goes here and the 7 here, making this square out here to the right a 4. This square must be a 6. And these two must be an 8 and a 4. The 4 blocks over, putting an 8 in this square and a 4 up here. Now it's a matter of entering something here, and that something looks as if it has got to be a 6. The 6 blocks down here making one of these a 6, and therefore this square must be a 6. This is a 3. And that makes a 3 out of this square, and also the corner square up here must be a 3. These two must be an 8 now and a 5. We got a 5 in the column, so the 5 is forced into this cell, and the 8 must go here, and therefore also here. And that gives us the 8 and the 2 here, and a 2 here, and a 7 here, and a 7 here. Now we have lots of 7s all of a sudden. Isn't that nice?
And traffic is...
Isn't that nice?
And now we don't need any more 7s because we've got all of them. These two squares must be a 5 and a 6. We have a 5 in the column, so a 6 goes here and a 5 here. And therefore a 6 must go here and a 4 here. And that's how we solve today's hard Sudoku. It was a bit tougher than yesterday's and the day before, I think. But as always, it's just a matter of which solution path one happens to find oneself on. And I probably didn't choose the right one because I struggled a little bit more than usual. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it and that you'll come back for more soon. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.